So, but you felt like, it was crazy because the tide had switched with that dude. Like, and back in the day,
he was a bully.
Yeah, he was a bully.
Mean kid. You know, he was bro. When I was in 8th grade or 7th grade, he was already in high school torturizing people. And they said, if you play football, be careful. Because if something happened during football practice that you hit him hard or something, he'd get his friends to give you the table. Especially if you were Spanish or something like that. You know?
Oh, that shit got racial, huh?
It was what it was.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it was what it fucking was. I mean,
we had one Mexican kid that showed up in our town. We didn't have any Spanish people. But we had one Mexican kid. Let me think about what this kid's name was. I think it was Nick, right? And I remember we all had science class. And, actually, in science class, they had these hamsters you could play with until the second bell rang or whatever. Then you had to put them in a cage and everybody then we would do learning, you know? And this fucking one time, they had this hamster, right? Superman, we named him. And I was holding him in this fucking big sweatshirt I had, right? And after class, I forgot he was in there. He fell asleep in the little pocket, right, where you put your hands, right? So after class, I just throw him a book bag. I'm running. Next thing you know, I get in a fight with two brothers, right? Get beat up pretty good. And one of them had fucking killed this hamster that was still in this pouch. He'd fucking punched it. So I never had it, like... Sometimes I'm not even joking, bro. I'll have dreams where I feel like I had an abortion.
Poor Superman. I knew something wasn't going to be good.
Yeah, I think his name was Superman. Let me think for a second. It might not have been Superman.
Why would you take the fucking hamster out of class and put him in your fucking pocket for anyway?
No, because you was sitting in class. You just nothing to do. And it was nice to kind of have something more.
Now, where'd you go to high school at? Metairie? Not Metairie.
Next to that, a town a couple away from there called Covington, Mandeville.
And where'd you go to college at?
I went to LSU and University of New Orleans.
Really? Mm-hmm. Did you graduate from LSU?
I graduated from University of New Orleans eventually.
Look at you bad motherfucker.
So I made it through.
When you went to LSU, they still talk about Pistol Pete Maravich?
Oh, dude, the town I grew up in.
Get the fuck out of here.
He lived and died in our town, dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep. And Lee Harvey Oswald went to middle school in our town.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God, dude. And I mean, I say this a lot, but and once in the 80s and in 1994, a bunch of infected monkeys got out because Tulane University had their primate testing facility center in our town. And a bunch of infected monkeys got out and they let us out of YMCA summer camp to help the police look for them, bro. I remember they came to summer camp and they basically took
sent kids to look for
Let me get that pen real quick.
Not kids, dude, the tallest boys. They took the tallest boys right out and we helped them look for them. I remember surrounding a couple of chimps outside of a Kenny Rogers Roasters, dude, off of Highway 190. That's a true story, dude.
That's the name of your book.
Huh?
I was surrounded some chimps next to a Kenny Rogers Roasters.
And dude, the shit got racial. Like people would go around town, they were yelling. I mean, this is fucked up. I mean, this just shows you how far in the South you are. People would be like, 90 monkeys just escaped from this place or whatever. And you'd literally have people riding around with guns, fucking Confederate flags. It's like, dude, these are animals, man. Like, relax. Like the shit almost it was weird. Like people were like, these fucking monkeys. Like they'd planned it. Like it was crazy. Like it was
I just threw that name out because in today's paper on Twitter, it said that the basketball player from the Lakers is producing a Pistol Pete Maravich.
Oh, that's awesome.
Biopic. And I'm sitting there going, what kills me about today is they're doing biopics about people that these motherfuckers don't even know. That movie should have been done 2 weeks after he fucking died.
Yeah.
But nobody thought about doing it, Do you know much about Pistol Pete?
I mean, I think I know a pretty good amount about him. I mean, I know he played, I know he played at LSU. I know he played for the Jazz. I know his two sons.
Really?
Yeah. They played ball like whenever I was growing up. So one of them like a little younger, one of them a little bit older. So, I mean, they were legends. It was kind of, it was a small town. Like it was
legends. Yeah.
The biggest name in, for
his
sure.
If he lost, his father wouldn't let him sleep in the house and shit. Would make him sleep in the fucking yard. This is Southern basketball, Jack.
Dude, they had a half court or a quarter court in their upstairs of their house above the in the attic. They had a basketball
They didn't
court.
fuck around. The marriages didn't fuck around. That old man didn't fuck around.
That dude drove.
He had that's why he drank himself to death, Pistol Pete, because there was no childhood. His father made him go out there and do wind sprints and shit.
Yeah.
And that guy wasn't fast, but his fucking handling skills were just phenomenal.
He made up for it.
In my life, I've seen two people handle a ball fucking phenomenally. One was a guy named Pistol Pete Maravich, who was an NBA player. And another guy was a kid from South Carolina. His name was Jackie Galloon.
White kid or black kid?
White kid. And he played basketball on acid. That's why he didn't get drafted, because he was such a freak. But his handling skills, I saw him play, and I played against him when I got older. His handling skills was so fucking unbelievable, what he could do with a ball. And unless you see that,
Right.
it's really hard to explain.
Right.
Even if you see Kobe Bryant pass or whoever, Stephen Marbury pass, it was nothing. Or dribble or the control that Pistol Pete had for a white guy. And he had a tragic life. I don't think he ever won a championship.
I don't think he ever won a championship. I know, I think he still has the highest average per game for college.
Right. Yeah, because he shot 90 times a fucking game. His father there was
That's
the
the other
coach or
thing.
something. His father would say, "Fuck those 4 guys.
Yep, literally.
Shoot the fucking ball. Shoot the fuck those 4 motherfuckers."
I heard he even tried to. Sometimes he would wear a completely different jersey. Like he would be on a team and they'd have playing a team, and then he'd show up in a total different jersey and be like, "I'm going to play both you guys," and they'd be like, "You're out of your fucking mind." Dude was nuts, bro. But yeah, man, we got out to look for all types of chimps that had gotten out of that joint. You can still look for it online. They got some old stories about it.
It's crazy because
They had a lot of. Go on. Sorry.
no, I grew up in New York City, but in my heart, after I saw different places, there was a couple places I wish I would have grown up. One would have been New Orleans.
Yeah.
The other would have been Houston. And there was one other place I wanted to grow up when I was a kid. I don't know why.
New Orleans would
I
have.
don't know why.
I always thought New York would be really cool.
You follow me? Like, there's always places, like, I'm very
yeah.
proud to be from Jersey. I love being from where I'm from. But it would be interesting. Like, when I go to New Orleans and I'm driving around, I always go, how would I have turned out if I would have grown up on this fucking street?
Well, I don't know about you, but I feel like the South
You'd have
gets a
been
bad
the mayor.
rap up north. But when I was driving, I drove across the country 3 times. I love the South. Everyone's nice.
Yeah.
It has nice weather. Like, I felt like I got a bad rap when I was in Mass.
People are fucking. I don't know. People are chill down there, man. But it's a lot of the same. Like you hear that, you definitely notice it's a lot of old fashioned ideas down there. Like people, the concepts are slow.
But that's what makes the South the South.
Right.
Listen, that's what makes the South the South. I read somewhere that last week, when those guys, the terrorists, shot those people, that the neighbor said he suspected something, but he didn't want to call the police because he didn't want to seem racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Because he was too
Crazy.
politically correct. You understand?